Today, I'm going to introduce you to balancing equations. But first, we must introduce the matter of the law of conservation of mass. How does this correlate, you may ask? Well, the law of conservation of mass states that mass is neither created nor destroyed in chemical reactions, and balancing equations applies to this rule, as balancing equations is a result in chemical reactions. In balancing equations, what we must do is have the reactant side be equivalent to the product side, and so the atoms are rearranged in order for this to occur. Let us have this providing an example for us. Iron oxide plus carbon equals iron plus carbon dioxide. When looking at this equation, you can see that this equation is currently unbalanced, as the product side has an insufficient amount of atoms and don't equal to one another. Thus, we need to introduce coefficients. Coefficients are used to help us balance these equations, as they are whole numbers to be placed in front of the element or compound on either side. This introduced as we are not capable of altering the subscripts in the formula. Whoa, hold up there. There are reminders to keep in mind. Normally in balancing, there is an order that you should prioritize when doing so. To start off with the metals, then the non-metals, and then save the oxygen or hydrogen for last. With that in mind, let's get started. As you can see, carbon is already equivalent to one another, although iron and oxygen are insufficient. With prioritization, we know that we should start off with iron first. In order for iron to be balanced, we need a coefficient of 2 to be put on the product side. Since that is balanced, we can now move on to oxygen. Because the atoms numbers of oxygen are not both even, we must now find the LCM, the lowest common multiple. That being in this case 6. Now we know that we need a coefficient of 3 on the reactant side and 2 on the product side. However, because both of them are compounds, the coefficients that were added now apply to the elements attached to them as well, making iron equal to 4 and carbon equal to 3. With that, we finally have our balanced equation. With the information that we have learned, here's our practice equation for you to try yourself. Here are the answers, and with that, this concludes today's lesson, and I thank you guys for watching.